Yeah, yeah. Red two got that yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. L-O-V, what's the meaning?
My name's Tiffany. I'm sorry. That's my this is MJB.
Yeah, that girl step up. Back in the day, step up to Chris. Quick got nice, came got nice, girlfriend. The school got ice cream. Got the frame, look, got the door locked.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the room Mama Jones. Put your hands together.
Don't follow me, don't cheat me. L-O-V-E, what's the meaning? Girl, I love you, and I mean it. Don't go away, girl, I need you here. Girl, I need you here. Don't go away, girl, I need you here. Yeah, baby, right here. Love, ooh, all over, all over. I got all over, all over. I got all over, all over. I got all over.
I think we're ready to jump right in with the book. Now, Mama Jones, before I introduce the panel, did you want to sort of direct us in how you want to conduct this? Should I go ahead and introduce the panel now?
Well, no, this is the panel.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. All right, so let's jump right in. Starting on my far right, I have Asia. She's a clinical architect who specializes in trauma-related therapy for individuals, couples, and families. Put your hands together. Seated next to her, I have Naila and Daryl. They're regally insane hair and body line. So go ahead and wave at the people, check them out. All right. Right here in front of me, I have Desiree, Desi, of Divine Authority. And then I have, seated to the right of Mama Jones, I have Tiffany. She's the owner of Tabella Clothing. All right, thank you so much, panelists, for joining the conversation. Oh, sister, I'm sorry. Your name?
Kanae.
Kanae, and Kanae is with?
4K Catering.
Uh-oh, you're going to
The
say that,
Chinese
sister.
food lady. I'm 4K Catering, the Chinese food lady.
Chinese food, like, we got to put our hands all the way together for that. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, this afternoon we're going to talk about the book. We're going to talk about love, sex, relationships. Once again, my name is LaDon Black. I am on WBLS out of New York. I'm excited to be here with you guys this afternoon to help with the conversation. So Mama Jones, why don't you go ahead and kick it off. Tell us where you want us to land with the first question.
Okay, where we at? Because you know, Lady T, you know, Lady T set me up here. So.
Now we have some questions if you want us to jump in first.
Oh, okay, you know what? Go ahead.
All right, let's do that.
That'd be great.
All right. So in chapter 1, Mama Jones says, women don't know how powerful they are. And you talked a little bit about that a few minutes ago.
Yes.
As a woman, what does this power mean? So let's start with our panelists. Let's start with Asia. Talk to us. Well, Mama Jones, tell us a little bit about that quote first.
Yeah, I said it already, all about the boom boom.
It's all about the boom boom.
That's the power. In the first chapter, it says the boom boom run the show. So I just gave a little bit how, you know, we able to make the baby, and it's not to say that we rule the men, because we definitely need the men. In order for us to get the baby, we need that little sperm to go along with it. So, you know,
Yes,
what I'm saying, we carry the child come out, it's a whole body that comes out of us, you know, which is amazing. And this is where I say, the boom boom runs the show, because that's a blessing, that is a beautiful thing for a baby to come out of us, period, you know.
True.
So, but that's how we get the baby, because we're supposed to be making love. So.
All right now. So do any of the panels have a comment on that? About women don't know how powerful they truly are. And we can pass the mic that's on the table to anyone who may have a comment on that. Okay, Asia has a comment.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? I think I'm the only clinical person on here, so my perspective is way different. First, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm on my own journey of love in this, so this fit right in with what I was doing. And I agree with you. I think the thing about feminine power is that we've identified it with race and being clear that African American women do not value their power as our counterparts. And that's because we've been degraded since slavery through post-traumatic slave syndrome. So this isn't something that just came about. It's something that we've been taught, that we've been good enough to birth babies for others and raise their children, but we ourselves are not good enough. And so when you believe in you, you understand how your body maneuvers. There's a lot of women that have sexual dysfunctions that are not based on anything being wrong with you, but really the fact that your mind runs your vagina. And so when you don't understand that you're not turned on by this individual, that they're not making you feel a certain type of way in your mind, your body reacts to that. And then we call it vaginal dryness. No, it's I don't like his ass. That's what it is. Like, that's totally what it is. So be very clear, your mind process is different. And for women who have unfortunately been impacted by sexual traumas, your body is biological, so having an orgasm during a rape is not you liking it, it is your body reacting biologically. So we need to have some different types of conversations about the vagina and how it functions and the biology so that we can really understand what these relationships are about. That's how we start.
All right, we got a brother over here. He wants to say something.
Don't pass it.
We're going to hear all time.
Listen, it might. So you say clinical, right?
Yes, sir.
What if it is just trash?
It could be.
All right.
He's expecting you to give him a big argument.
Oh no, that's a possibility
But you
too.
know what? Yes, and then also too, my thing about it too is
Basura.
it's not only even if you don't like him, it could come from where you and him got into a big argument. And some people like when they get in arguments, they say it makes their sex life a little more higher. But in my case, it's not going down like that. I'm dry. That means you're not.
I don't like that.
At that time, I don't like you.
Any other panelists have a comment on
And
that?
like he said, it's trash too. That ain't working.
That's true.
So many people went to the store.
Yeah.
Dry.
Not that
Went
mileage.
to the island.
Yes.
You don't got an island no
No,
more.
it's like, no, it's not there.
All right, Desi, tell us what you think.
No water in the island.
You're a mess, you know that?
Something like that.
Yo, girl, you don't even
So-
know what I go through.
I think a lot of women tend to just don't know their self-worth, and when they meet guys, they think that they have to give up their body in order to, you know, just get seen, just to be seen or to be heard. I've seen this so many times living in the inner city, you know, living in the hood. We meet guys, not me per se, but just we as women, we meet guys and we think that we have to sleep with them, to hold their interest, and that's the farthest from the truth. Give him something, like Mama Jones said, give him something to think about, give him something to come back for. Let's go on a date, date me, you know, let's do some fun stuff, see what we interested in, you know, and then eventually, if the chemistry is right, then we'll get to that sex part. You know what I'm
Got the
saying?
book down pat.
I mean, that's just life. That's just life. You know, so hold off on giving up the poom poom and see if he's intellectually, you know, there. Like,
Get to know each other. You know
yeah, get to know each other.
Get to know
Exactly.
each
But
other.
people in my age range, these guys, like, 'cause I'm 36, these guys, they just quick to, they want to Netflix and chill, but they want Netflix, excuse my language, and fuck.
Yeah.
No, you're not about to come over my house and do all that. Let's take me out, see what I'm interested in. Let me see what you're interested in. Let's have some fun together first.
Even if it's
You
a
know?
walk in the park. 'Cause,
Exactly.
you know, that's romance too.
Right.
Romance don't really cost nothing. It's who the person want to make it to cost something. Me, my romance is a little bit for me, for my king, that I give him because I love myself first. I
Right.
truly love myself, and I love to make myself happy. I love to do things that's out of this world. So you can imagine whoever my king is, because he walk in the house and he's like, where am I at? I have a whole sand, a little pool of water, a little sky thing. I have a beach corner with little shells and all kinds of stuff. That's right. Yeah. and he's all messed up. He's like, yo, hold on 1 minute. I'll be right back. I am going there. He said, no, I came in the house and she has a beach in my house. Well, okay, I feel that you deserve that. Let's go to the beach, baby. Okay, it's cold out here, it's wintertime, but goddamn it, we still can go to the beach. I did picnics in my house, picnic table, trees, grass, fake grass, the whole 9 years. I'm just a little different. I love myself. So whoever I'm involved with, I love my man. So, you know, everybody does things different. I do like walks. I do like just drives. You know, I do like just sitting watching TV together, cuddle. You know, laying back. I'm just good. If my mate is out here again, I'm just letting you know exactly all. So, but these are the things that I like, and it doesn't really cost nothing. You know, I do something simple, and even though I may build things within my house, it still don't cost nothing. But I bought sand, but like no more than like $3, $4 or $5 for a bag of sand. You know, I just like doing things that I know what I would like. And I would hope one day that he would try to do it back to me. I mean, they try, but it don't work the way how I do it. I get all into it. So I'll take that walk and I'll, whatever this house story goes, and that mess that you might make. But, hold on, you go ahead.
I want to piggyback off of what you were saying, Asia was saying also. We talk about waiting and saving ourselves and not giving ourselves to just any individual, but we've also been taught to use what you got to get what you want.
Yeah.
Say that again.
We've
Say
also
that
been
again.
taught to use what
Use what you got
what you want.
get what you want.
This goes to songs, this goes to parents, mothers. So let's talk about that, because we want to address the other issue. We've been instilled with this ideology that we have to use our feminine bodies to get the things that we need in life, which devalues us.
But sister, does that always mean sex, or does that mean my attractiveness or my power of persuasion as a woman?
It was never defined.
But it depends on who's teaching you that.
Right.
So if you have a mom that's out there doing what she does, and she says, well, look, don't come in here. If he's going to take you out and do this, you need to come in with some money. If you're going to give it up, because I've had friends, parents that said that directly.
But you know what? My thing about it is that also too, I'm not saying that, you know, that you're supposed to mess with a broke nigga and don't be a because I know I'm not going to mess with no broke nigga, and I'm not going to be nobody's gold digger. You understand me? But I do know for a fact, you got to come and meet me. In today's world, we got to come meet each other halfway. Back then, the man was the provider. Okay, but today, everything is changing so much different. You know, they feel that whereas we gotta equally be, like a lot of women say, oh, I want to be equal to the man. And I don't mind we're saying trying to be equal, but I don't want to be that equal. I still like my doors open, my flowers. I know for a fact, sometimes trying to build something in a house that's too heavy, I'm not going to call myself trying to be that man. But you have some women that can do it. Well, I'm just not one of those women. I like to see my man do it. I mean, you sit down, watch him, and eat some popcorn and look how good how he's making those movements. You know, but me per se, I mean, love, like you saying, it could be used in different ways. It's like I said, the pum pum is a money maker. You know, it's there to make babies too. It's
Money maker. So what we doing?
I get to put food on the table.
It's a transaction.
So think of it like this.
This
No. So look at it like this. First off, we talking about being evenly yoked. If you got a profession, they got a profession.
Yes.
You got transportation, they got transportation.
Right.
I'm not talking about having a car.
No.
You could be on the bus.
Right.
But be clear that when we get together, it's not you now stepping into my life when I'm different. It's you meeting me at the same place you were when we got together, or us excelling together.
Yes. Right.
The transaction is, don't you pay a mortgage?
Yes.
Don't you pay a car note?
No.
Don't you have
I
these
don't pay
things
none of
that go in between? So a relationship, like a marriage, is a business license. It is saying that we are in this
Right.
splitting 50-50.
Together.
The liability is
Right.
what you take on.
And
Right.
this is what I'm saying.
So if you don't understand that your credit being poor and buying a house and him not making a note is going to fuck up your credit, guess what? That's what it is. It is an agreement. The other things are, where is your mind? I don't care if you on the bus, as long as you can get to and from work. Because my car is not the option because I'm fine with where we came in. But when my car becomes your priority, now I'm at a disadvantage. That's not evenly yoked.
There it is. There it is.
But also too,
So let me throw this out here. There's this thought that's been floating around social media, and Asia just made me think about it, talking about splitting bills. Should you split bills? Anybody have any thoughts on that? Should we be splitting things?
I love it. I split it. I mean, you gotta have your little job now. That's what I'm saying, and I understand where she's coming from too. Why would do a man want to mess with me and I'm broke and I'm just gonna wait for him to depend on him for me? Am I gonna wait because the man is broke and I gotta do everything for him? No. That's why I said today's world we gotta do this half-half. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this together. Don't, like she said, don't think because I came in with a car that now you're just gonna take my car and do what you wanna do, or what if it's how story go. You know, listen, if I'm taking the bus, how story go, fine. But if you say, babe, you know what, I don't want you to take the bus no more. Let me help you out. Now that's beautiful, because now you're being fair. You know, you ain't gotta do it every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Look, what if I'm already built? I got the M. You don't got nothing but $1.
Well, you need to step your game up.
I got that M. I got the M.
But we say,
what I'm saying,
you choose to mess with somebody that doesn't have
she won't let him hold the car, right?
No. Listen. Let him hold the car. Exactly. How you were getting around. How you were getting around. The thing is where you already getting there.
Yes.
So I should not now be your only primary source of getting there.
Using her.
It's not about being up. It's about being evenly yoked.
If I'm up, you're going to use me.
No, I'm not.
You want to elevate me because I'm not. I might have my same car.
I take care of my woman.
Well, let's do this. We have another brother on the panel who has something to say. Gerald, go ahead, honey. Speak up.
Come on, brother. Man out.
As the only other single man on the panel, as far as the original question was splitting the bills.
Right.
First of all, it depends on where you are when you meet.
That's right.
That's number one. I think the natural ways of a man is we want to be the provider. We want to be able to say, hey, you sit at home, take care of the kids. I'm going to get out and do us. But you also have to have a system. Like my wife and I, we have a system. Whereas though I don't even need to know how much just went into our account. Because we have a system. I know I'm grinding, I know I'm getting it, I know she's doing the same. But I trust her because we have that system. So it's not about splitting the bills. When you're in a relationship, a marriage in specific, it's a system. Right? And it has to work because that also comes with communication, trust. We'll get to the communication part later.
And I don't even say it like that, like splitting the bill, like you said.
It's not splitting at the end of the day, right? We know how much we need to allocate for mortgage, condo, gas, clothes, gambling, vacation. It just is what it is.
My theory on that is, because I was talking about this in a seminar a couple weeks ago, and I said, if we talk about splitting bills, like literally we sitting going half and half, and this is your car and this is mine.
That's right. Can't have all of that.
That's not the conversation.
These are our bills. Paid all the bills, right? Right?
If we can't pay all the bills, Alright, so let's ask the audience, do you have any thoughts before we move on to the next question? And we're talking about splitting bills and the power of the humanity. Anybody in the audience have a thought?
I'm fine with billionaire, goddamn. I'm fine too. I mean,
Alright, we'll move on to
my
the
son wants to
next
pay all my bills.
question.
No, boo-boo. Your mother lazy, broken, nothing like that. You, my son, I love you and everything like that. But hold up, you know, when mommy get her little man back together, things are going to me. That's what I say. I just saying. Yeah. So I'm just saying, you know, it's It's where you act in a
But
relationship.
say that part again. You're not letting your son be your man. And see, as mamas, we raise these boys in our men's place because we don't have the other side. And so it creates an issue. The same way we don't let young men play with kitchen sets. The same way we don't let young men play with baby dolls. Don't babies get sick? Baby alive, take medicine and poop in her diaper. But then you wonder why your sons are 18, 16 out here having babies and can't change a diaper and looking at you because that's gay. Boys don't play with dolls. They don't play with kitchen sets, but your husband don't cook. Take that notion out. Gender is not about roles of toys, of vacuuming, fixing a car, a tool set. Like that's such brainwashing. Like that's sad, because I can change a flat tire. My husband can't. I ain't mad at him, but that don't have nothing to do with gender. That's upbringing.
That's just like, yeah, that's just like me with my son, because after me and his father split up and stuff, I really honestly had to be that mother, and I know I couldn't be sissy. I'm beautiful and stuff, but I'm a rough lady around the edges. It's, little piece of leather well put together, no joke, no nothing. He told me, my mother told me I fight the whole 9 yards. So, us mothers, a lot of us mothers does have a habit of babying our sons and make them really be that mama's boy, okay? And, for instance, Chrissy always said, he's a mama boy. No, he's a man boy. Okay? Because let me tell you something. My son really knows what to do, how to take it. He takes care of the whole family, even down to his mama. Very good son. But I'm the type of mother like, no, boo-boo, my legs are still working, my arms are still working. I'm always hustling, I'm always doing, and not the wrong way legally, the whole night. And he'd be so proud of me. So he'd be like, Mommy, just sit down, take it easy. Him too, take it easy, sit down, take it easy. No,
you still take our cash out, so.
Yes, right. I'm lying about that. I didn't say I ain't gonna take it. I take it, but my thing about it is that they see that I'm about with getting my own too, and that's what keep them saying, well, shit, let me make sure I get my home too. You know what I'm saying? Because my mother's doing her thing. Like I tell people in a minute, Jim money's his money, Chrissy money's in between, my money is funny. So this is what I do. Okay, so no joke about it. I'm always creating, but the good part about it is that they do support me. Whatever I say I would want to do, how story go, and I'm a believer with making it happen. Okay, if I see somebody that I say, well, damn, I like him, I'm gonna go about it the right way. Okay, I'm not gonna front. I'm telling you right now, you ain't getting no pum pum up the first day, no second day, no nothing. We gonna do the romancing, the going out, laughing, joking, getting to know each other. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see. I think it's nice.
Yeah, I want to talk about that part.
So let's talk about that dating
I want to talk
piece.
about that part.
Go ahead, you talk.
Okay, so all my life we've been taught, hold on to the poo-poo. My mom ain't say that, but you know what I mean. And we didn't, and we were young, and we
You
did
said you
whatever.
didn't when you was young.
Sir, don't.
No, I'm just saying, you gonna ask me. This is for the world. This is for the whole world. I got you on live.
Okay, so you get older and you get this different type of frame of mind where let's date for 6 months before we.
It doesn't have to be.
Or I mean, it doesn't have to be 6 months. But like when girlfriends came out, she said the 90-day rule and all that stuff. So you wait and you wait and you're happy and now you're in love and y'all going out and it's all good and
it's trash.
And that 6 month comes, boom, baby. Somebody call the police. You got to go. Right? Was it worth the wait? Like who wants to wait that long?
That's why
worth the wait. And you all in love and you can't stay with you.
But you know what the other thing is?
Talk. I like that.
No, I'm serious. Like that's detrimental to a 40-year-old woman. Like what am I gonna do with this?
She said it's detrimental.
I know that guy. Younger,
But then how the man,
And you can why you
I need to know. You got
you don't know what you're doing.
Well, let's do this, guys, because we want to make sure everybody can hear all the comments. So I like to this sister down here what she said. She said, look, when you're over 40, you don't have time to wait.
I'm not teaching you nothing, sir.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a teachable moment.
But I'm
Right.
saying,
But I don't have time to show a man where.
first day you ain't getting.
We gotta clock. Our clock runs out
You ain't getting
eventually.
mine the first week.
And then it gets a little, not frustrating because there's so many men that's headstrong and they don't want to hear you say, don't do that, or do that, or I don't like that.
Lick it
or,
like this, like.
oh, lick it, period. Like, you don't have
I
time
feel
to sit
bad.
there.
I want to hug you right now.
Oh,
I don't want that to a lie. Well, they didn't hug you. They didn't hug you. They didn't know what to lick.
Somebody help me.
They licking your kneecap.
Well, let's move to a new question.
If he don't know what to do, you fool. It's over for you.
Okay, wait a minute. Tiffany has a thought.
It's over.
Don't give in to my kids.
So I'm okay with the 6 months. I'm okay with 6 months a year. The thing of it is even if you get to that 6 months, that man may not even make it to the 6 months. And you might not even see that it's trash by the 6 months. But as long as you got something on the side that you're taking care of those needs, you're going to be all
That's a thought.
Wait a minute.
Something on the side. You got some wild women on this thing.
Wait a minute.
Wild women.
like you ain't got
Shout
no
to
time.
What's the point? If you're going to be in a relationship and you want a relationship with somebody, it shouldn't be anything on the side. You need to have to be individual. So I think when we were younger, maybe that would have been like, okay, because then after a year or after 6 months, and then we finally sleep together and it's garbage, it's going to be like a whole entire week.
If it's not there, then you gotta rekindle it. Get it back to where it is. Especially if you know you got a good man, you do love him, but shit just go wishy-washy. Let's get it together. Don't let it spin around and shit come out. And when the shit come out, the rinse, like what's the name say? You're cheating. So you don't want that.
So that's conditional love.
Yeah.
So the difference is between conditional love and unconditional love. It don't matter how you, oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how you make me feel as far as the circumstance. I love you regardless. So if you can say, yeah, you pissed me off tonight, you're not getting none. That's.
Oh, no, not like that.
Oh, okay.
No.
My bad, I missed it.
Let's don't get that, let's don't get it twisted.
Wait,
Okay, like sometimes y'all do get in arguments or how story go, and it can get really heated. You know you wrong, okay? And I feel like this, oh, you're not gonna actually let's talk it out or work it out, is how story go, and I gotta go there, then you know, and then you wanna come to me and make love and boo, you know you wrong? No, that, you know, we're not doing that, cause that's not a turn on to me. You know, I like it where we can talk about it. Let's don't go, and another thing too, I don't like where it's going to bed, go to sleep without saying goodnight, love you, or give a kiss. You know, because God forbid, if anything happened, because I'm mad with you, even if I'm mad with you, trust me, you still be mad at me.
Because I love you no less.
Yeah. So, but here you go, but speak on that anyway, because that one is a good one too.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, I love you no less, no matter what we're going through. It's not love. It's just, I'm pissed off at you right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, I love you no less. Like, I'm still gonna, my feelings towards you are not gonna shift. When you leave, I'm still gonna miss you. I'm still gonna think about you. You know, that's what the definition of love is to me, is when you're apart from it, it takes a part of you.
Yes, that's mine too.
You know, and
Say that again.
when you're apart from it, it takes a part of you.
Right.
You miss it.
Right.
You're in it. You're of it. Right. Whatever it is, person, place, or thing. I love macaroni and cheese.
Well, you ain't with it.
I think about it. You understand? You know, my wife is very busy, and I am as well. We live in the same house, but I can be downstairs and she can be upstairs, and I miss her. You know what I'm saying? Stop it.
You set it up for later.
I'm just saying, that's what love means to me. Love is, you cannot do without it.
That's right.
Without, you know, you're incomplete without that presence.
That's right.
No matter what it is, human, pet, you know, food,
I love
Mac and
it.
cheese.
That's
Well, I want everybody to put their hands together. We're going to do a panel switch. Together for for our wonderful panel. Give us about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be back with a fresh panel and more with Mama Jones.
L-O-V-E, all over me. Can't you see it controls you? L-O-V-E, all over me.
Used to hand out the packs to Uncle Ricky and us. Don't do that. Come on, son. How you think Jim get his hustle from?
I didn't even get to finish my whole thing. Or he wanna say,
And she started Dipset. And she started Mace. Because when Mace was supposed to be in college, and Cameron, they lived in her house, they put it together. And Jim gave Mace the clothes to go to Jack the Rapper in Atlanta. It came from Mama Jones. Scissor came from Mama Jones, the drink. Gnostic, that was in Macy's and all the stores across America, Mama Jones. So if you don't give yourself props, give it the right way.
I started.
Oh, the first mother rapper ever on reality television. And then Cardi B, the management team that was with me, went over and did Cardi B years later, and that's why she's the biggest rapper. But that came from our formula, ghostwriting her records, making her a rapper when she wasn't a rapper. And she broke VH1's, what you had, 4.5 million? The episode when I had you with the cape? Yeah, we broke a record. Right. So Viacom brought BET, you know that, right? They own because of what? Love and Hip Hop. Right? 10 years later, right?
But people have to understand, you trust me, starting from the bottom, I work my way up, and that's like I said, trying to do something, then I try to let other people call they something, they're gonna do it, and they got me and all this, and I'll market it. No, that's when I say, I turned to my sons and I said, listen, I want to revamp everything that I've done, and this time, I want hands-on. With them there by my side.
You put a song on.
Yeah,
I didn't do television, I came from music, she put me on. I came out of jail and came right to Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, that's how I got a TV game. She put all of us on.
Well, we love it. Mama Jones, thank you so much.
The whole hall she put on. All of it.
Yes. Well, thanks again for joining
She's our
us.
OG.
Once again, my name is LaDon Black. I'm the host of the LaDon Black Show on 107.5 WBLS in New York. Excited to be here. So let's just jump right back in. Page, I gotta mention it, right?
Get your props.
Page 81 in Mama Jones's book. If you can't find love in yourself, you will be looking in all the wrong places. Mama Jones, can you explain to us a little bit about what that quote actually means?
Well, it's actually explained about love without, what is it when we have no love without romance, and I really feel that everybody, you all feel that we all should have some type of romance, especially if you're going to say you're loving a person or falling in love with a person or loving a person. There got to be some type of romance, but a lot of that has been taken away because of how, with the century, everything just changed. I mean, I can't believe how it is. That, like I spoke to you and I told you about where's, you know, the just see meeting somebody and go to the bathroom, come, then go about your business. You're waiting there for them to call you back. You don't call you back at all. Then you're mad with yourself, but you gave up your jewels, and that bothers me. So me plus per se, I feel that where we should have some kind of love and romance. I mean, romance with love. I feel that we should actually become friends with that. I'd rather my husband or my man be my friend than to say I'm just gonna go fuck him. You know, let me get to be my friend, romance, and then loving you, and then move on, and hopefully we would actually get married. Because I am Elizabeth Taylor. I've been married a couple of times. But I'm still looking, and one day I'm gonna find my love the way I want it. The love that I did really found and I loved so much. I was Jim's father, the first man that was in my life, and he's not here. And that was the best sex I ever had in my life. So I actually still have good sex, but it ain't nothing like that. I wish I could dig them up and, you know, like I told people, cut the penis off and put it in a jar. I could do what I want to do, but it doesn't work that way. So I have to actually sometimes explain to a person who I'm with, this is the way how I like, this is the way I do it. And if they can tell me exactly how I can please them, then fine, let's do it. So it's a lot where it's just saying gonna just love somebody or just fuck somebody. Get to the romance. Let's be friends. Let's get to know each other. You know, at least you can't know everything about a person because it takes sometimes years to really get to really know a person. As 1 year passed by, okay. Then 2 years is like, oh. And then 3 years is like, okay. 4 years, well, how come this wasn't happening in the beginning? But as you go along, you get to know more deeply of a person. And that's just how it is. That's how I feel about where's, you know, the romance and the love and everything goes along.
So do you have to love yourself before
love yourself first? I always say that. I say it in the book. Me, as y'all can see, love myself first. Like I said, I come a long way. I come from 9 years. I used to, you know, sell the drugs and all kind of stuff and everything. But then after I had to realize to myself, girl, what's wrong with you? Don't you love yourself? I come from a home that it's a loving home, first of all, because sometimes you'd be like, well, why? What happened? It's girls. I love a home, but I was too much sheltered in. I came from a Christian home, 24/7 damn near in church. Girl, I couldn't even wait till I got free. When I turned 21, I was like, whoop, pew, I was gone. So a lot of things that was supposed to be taught to me, I come from a West Indian Christian old-fashioned thing. So like when you saw the pregnancy, I said my aunt pregnant, they told me, oh, that was a basketball, she ate basketball. Then all of a sudden the baby came. So where auntie get the baby from? Oh, the store came and brought it and put it in. No. Me per se, I love my kids that much. I taught them all about the sex and the love making, the STDs, all kinds of stuff, down to where they know that, listen, my son, he smokes his weed, but if you go any past further than that, I will take you out. Okay, so the reason why I tell him about it, I even explained to him the different type of drugs that I did do, that I'm blessed by God. I'm a miracle sitting here, okay, and I'm grateful, God. You know how grateful I am, I'm even speaking on it. So nobody can tell me nothing about where's loving or loving my kids. All this I did learn and experience on my own. So love comes in all kind of different shapes and fashion and forms. You know, I love my kids. I love my kids to death, to the point that whereas I had to actually teach them that I wasn't taught. Okay, I had to teach them even like this with a man. My daughter's over there. She tell you in a minute. She come home and God forgive me. And I don't discriminate with a broke nigga. I don't think so. Take him, put him back in the pond. I don't mind for it, you know. I'm not trying to tell her to anyone of them to be any gold digger. But listen, come on now, you know. Let's be fair. Let's be able to swap a gift and buy a gift together, or whatever this house story go. But also too, they was taught ways about the sex. Like I said, with the drugs, you know, so this is my love, because I love my kids so much. Even with my man or whoever I decide to be with, I give him part of me as ways explaining to him who I am, where I came from, okay? I expect him to do the same. This is how we become friends, you know, get to know each other. Then we can get into the romance. If I'm like, oh, I'm feeling you, okay, buddy. You know, get into the romance. I get my little walk down the park or whatever it is. I get to sit in the car, whether it's watching stars, whatever it is. But everything takes a little process, a little time with me. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think it helps a lot of women keep respect for themselves. Because a lot of women today is getting disrespected because why? They disrespect themselves. And just give the man the power to
Say
disrespect.
that again, Mom.
I said, why? Because they disrespect themselves.
And that's why they get what?
That's why they get disrespected from a man. So, you know, my point of view of ways with this book is me trying to get a lot of everybody old. Turn off that mother. That's her. So my thing about it is that I even have to explain to my daughters about love. Not to say that they won't know about love. Everybody experiences different, but I'm just trying to explain to them, if you don't feel something like that in your body, and if you got somebody that have to ask you, like for instance, my daughter was like, "Wow," I said, well, she said, "My friend Q, we just got back in contact." I said, "Oh, that's so nice to talk to you. Okay, hey, how you doing?" But then he turned around and asked her for $10. Well, what the hell is going on here? Did he lose his mind? You know, it's nothing wrong if you've been in contact as friends. And you know, sometimes you might be a little down, throw a little $10. But how you gonna call back and try to talk to her, but within underneath the same breath, like a couple of days later, you're gonna borrow $10? I said, you tell him. I said no, and go back to the pond. That's all I can say. You know, it's a loving thing to actually see. I have beautiful kids. I'm blessed by God, you know, to have beautiful girls that actually respect themselves. And if they don't respect themselves, like I told you, I'm rough around the edges. I might knock the hell out of you, and you'll understand to respect yourself. And I represent you, you represent me. You know, I'm not teaching you nothing wrong. You ain't never see me say, excuse me a minute, and I run off and go screw somebody in the bathroom or anything like that. I try to show them as much as possible how to respect. Love yourself first. Oh my God, it's such a pleasure to love myself. Because I know whoever it is I be around or who I be with, I can love them. Just the way I love myself. It's a beautiful thing to love yourself. You gotta love yourself first in order to actually say you'll give somebody some love.
That is so true. So let's hear from the panel. Anyone who wants to grab the mic, talk a little bit about the importance of loving yourself first.
I just want to go a little bit deeper on what she was saying. I think a lot of the problems are that there are a lot of damaged people out here. And then you go out and you don't have all the tools in your toolbox to be able to love someone else, and you go out and damage other people because hurt people hurt people. When you were talking about your love for your kids, the parent's voice is the first voice of consciousness. So when your kids are growing up and you're reinforcing and you're telling them things, you know, those things that you're telling them about growing up and life lessons, those voices are going to come back when they get older, and they're going to direct their path and the decisions that they're making as you're an adult. So if you give your kids toxic things in their toolbox, they're going to have toxic thoughts, and then they're going to fight those thoughts if they ever learn otherwise and try to, you know, those are the demons that people fight out here when they walk into relationships and they don't know how to love each other.
That is
and
so
it's
true.
about the people that's bad and stuff like, you know, they also think that that's a way of them saying they love their man or their husband, or a woman who's battering a man or house circle. And that bothers me because I had a friend, I don't even want to cry because his situation was really crazy. Like, where's, you know, him hitting on her, and she told him, it's okay, he doesn't mean. I said, are you fucking crazy? Excuse my language, but I said, are you for real? I said, well, yes, I can kick his ass. I said, are you crazy? He's not supposed to put his hands on you. Love is not supposed to hurt. I said, don't you get, she said, no, but he does love me. I said, no. Love is not supposed to hurt. When it gets to the point that where you got to get physical with me, it's time to say adios amigo. You know, and that's where some people get it twisted, whereas with love, because girlfriend, you're not loving yourself first because you think it's okay for him to beat your ass. Okay, listen to me. Thank you, Lord. Okay, it was a hurting thing, but she almost was her deathbed before she actually got to that point. You know, but God is good, God is great. You know, and vice versa, even with men. You know, I had a friend too, also too, that was his wife was always slapping on him, or like she thought it was okay that, especially in front of Pastor, what's wrong? Let me beat her ass one time. You're such a good man. You know, don't do that. You know, and especially in front of people, that's embarrassing to me. You know, it's a hurting feeling. You know, for me to have to sit there and watch you actually do that, nah, or her do that to you, no. But he's out of that relationship too. You know, after me speaking, no, there's no way, and I don't want no part of it. Because if you're not going to stop or try to get some kind of help, then I need you to stay away from me because I'm too old to go to jail. Okay, number one. You're not going to keep coming to me running, crying wolf. So, you know, hey, listen, love yourself first. Learn to love yourself. You don't even know how beautiful it is when you love yourself. You be like, oh girl, today I feel like treating myself to a beautiful dress. Oh, girl, I think I'm gonna give me some of these beautiful. Oh, girl, let me just look in the mirror and just look at myself. Nancy, I love you. You know, it's no harm of doing things like that because for the next person, you'll be able to do the same.
That is so true.
That's the beauty of life and living. You may start at this reference point, but then you live and you learn and you put that wisdom into, you know, yourself, and you do better. Because when you know better, you do better.
That is so true. Anybody else want self-love?
Just speaking from a married woman's perspective,
This is my second marriage, and speaking about self-love, the first marriage, I put everybody above myself. And we were talking about that earlier in the book speaks about, you know, putting the husband above myself, the children above myself, and I lost myself. And that marriage didn't work. And now this time around, that self-love piece was what I had to learn before I met my new husband, because I could not love him if I didn't learn to love me first and even find out who I was. Because I spent 13 years in a marriage and lost myself. So self-love is important, especially when starting over again. You know, so some of us has been through some stuff. So work on self.
And tell them also too about the part where it's loving yourself and stuff like that, and you know, but some women that's damaged or been hurt by a man and call themselves going into another relationship, and you didn't even
without
healing. Yes,
that was the work I had to do,
it.
And it took years. It took years because that spending that amount of time with a person and going through what I went through, and then the way the marriage ended was infidelity. I know we're gonna talk about that in the next book. But you know, you have that will tear a woman apart. You feel like less of a woman, so you have to do the healing work. And there was no way I could have the love and the marriage that I have now if I did not do that work. So we walking around here damaged and don't even realize it. We think we okay. Y'all, we gotta do some work.
That is so true. Yourself. People don't believe it. You don't believe it. You gotta do inventory on yourself. Don't.
We have a brother on the panel who had a comment.
I can't take a man, you know what, y'all.
I'm a true believer in loving yourself and knowing yourself. And I think that we as a people don't do enough is seek help outside of ourselves. In terms of therapists, there's a stigma that if you go and talk to someone, that means you're weak, or that means you're less than someone else. And I think that the best healing that you can do is get yourself ready so that you can have the person that you want know you as you are instead of this shell or this disguise that you're wearing. So you want them to be able to understand you, because this is a long haul. And we get into it like everybody else up here who has a couple, we get into it, but we still know that in the long run we are here for each other 110%. So that's what I want to say. And just again, if you need to talk to someone, please do, because it will change your life.
That is so true, brother. Thank you.
Let me say something. What I see right here, your nature, your vibration with this woman is heavy. You talking to a whole one at the same time. And see, a lot of it, you was created with love and your nature. Now you lost that somewhere down the line. You wasn't created to be a hater. You was created to smile. Some people get mad when you're dancing and you're singing. Oh, he's weird. No, you're weird. Because you don't know how to connect with yourself. You watching other people on TV trying to be them. You're not Jay-Z. Stop trying to get a Beyonce. You're not going to find that. You got Section 8. Work with the sister with the Section 8 to get out of Section 8.
Find your own Beyonce.
Exactly. But what you got, you are in your nature as a human being. You loving her openly. Some guys are scared to sit next to their woman. You the only one here with a woman. Where the women at? Where the guys? Oh, the brother right here. I'm sorry, I'm my fault. I see the great brother right here. But the way he on her right now, I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
She comes. You ain't jealous. You ain't jealous.
Anybody else have any more comments on loving yourself? Go ahead, Mama Jones.
Oh, no, she was saying something.
This comes from loving yourself. We crossed paths so many times before we actually met. We worked in the same area for 5 years and never met. I didn't love myself. I was broken. I was hurt. I was just a shell of myself. I attempted suicide multiple times, and just the only saving grace were my children. And then once I decided to stop it and to love myself because I was enough and I was more than enough, then we crossed paths again. And you were ready. Right, and then we met in February, dated in March. He proposed in November, we got married in August.
All right.
Look how you look at it. He was on, huh?
That was 10 years ago.
He was stalking you. He was going to marry you.
Yeah. Loving yourself. I'm telling you.
You got yours.
I'm telling you, loving yourself.
Niggas hustle
I
for
want
the
to
money.
piggyback
You
on
want
what
the
she
wife.
said. Look, I'm like the translator. No. Translation. But it sounds to me like you weren't ready at first because you didn't love yourself, and you had to take your journey. And then once you got your mind right and got yourself right, then you attracted what you deserve.
Absolutely. It's like, boom, where you come from?
Do you have any other comments from the panel on loving yourself? Anybody else?
Okay, so as far as self-love, that's something that I personally am still, trying to figure out. As a new mom of two, I have a 2-month-old and a 13-month-old, and then married. I felt, like how you were saying, is putting your relationship and putting your kids before, you. So I'm wearing all these hats. It's a lot and it's overwhelming. And I feel like I have lost myself. So just hearing, just the different examples and just trying to stay afloat, because I know that I am setting an example for my children, and I want them to feel loved, but also I do need to love myself. Yes, and my husband as well. And in order to give the love that they deserve, I have to, love myself. So that's something that I am working on, and it's
book club. We are here. Let's get our book signed. I need to get my book signed again. So I'm excited. I'm getting in line as well. So let's go.
Can't you see you're my love? Girl, I'm trying to give you all of it. Can't you see you're my love? All over, all over. I got all over, all over. I got all over, all over. I got.
Hey, whoa, oh no, 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 no. I take that you don't know much about love. You tend to show out instead of showing trust. But I bet I know just how to break you down. Loving your soul is my mission, but you're trying to control the situation.